Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on the great year. If you could give us this little opening statement about today's game.
Yeah, Florida State's got a really good team. At the end of the day, they play better than we did today. You have to tip your cap to them. A really, really good lineup, top, probably 15 picks. But we battled. We battled all year. It didn't surprise me that we made a run back there. Just didn't get it done. It's not easy to talk this time, when the season ends. I've been out here at the end of the day. There's only one team that's happy when the dust settles out here in Omaha. But I told the guys in the locker room, the word that came to my mind was proud, just because they should be proud of what they've done this entire season. They've worked since August. They've stayed together. They've pulled hard for one another. They gave our fans so much to be passionate about, so much to look forward to. Our fans were awesome. I'm just proud of Carolina baseball, where it is, but that's a credit to our players in that locker room this year and all the support that this program has. I'm proud to be the leader of the program. But, man, these guys, I'm just so thankful that they took me along this ride with them.
Thank you. Open questions right here for the student athletes first.
Ariel Bonham, Tar Heel Tribune. Vance, down 6 runs, you guys showed a lot of heart. Can you talk about that, starting with your home run in that big inning?
Yeah, that's just kind of how this team's been all year. There's just no quit. That's a credit to, how we're trained, how we're coached, and the character of the guys in the locker room.
Question?
Jake McKeever, College Baseball Central. Vance, this team had a ton of memorable moments along the way. What's one that really stood out to you this year?
It's hard to put your finger on just one. Probably a Sunday win at, Miami or UVA or State, or, coming back from losing the first game at Duke, winning the series, just things like that kind of just really defines this team, I guess, when everyone else is counting us out, just being able to kind of battle and play for each other.
Adam Smith with Inside Carolina. Casey, how would you sum up this ride that you guys have been on this season to get to this point? And also the end there, you guys, kind of stayed around the dugout for a while and I guess kind of were taking it in a little bit. Just what was that like, the season and then the ending?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable season. You guys saw it. We had one of the best teams in the country, and, our end goal was to win this whole thing. But, we came down here, and I think the postseason sums it up. We didn't hit like we necessarily wanted to. We knew we were capable of doing more, but we found a way. And then, we didn't get it done. But, I think that just shows what kind of team we had this year. We were a close-knitted team, and everyone was pulling for each other, and good things happened. But at the end of the day, we didn't get what we wanted. But I have zero regrets, and I know this team has zero regrets because we wanted it. We all did. So, there's nothing to hang your head on because we gave it all we had. We did everything in our power to win, and it just didn't work out.
Grace Nugent, Inside Carolina. Vance, Casey, just what did this experience mean to you playing with these guys on this stage and what might be some of your last college games?
Yeah, we say it day one. The goal is to win a national championship. Yeah, it starts with getting out here in Omaha. You don't want it to end, but, if it does, then you want it to be out here. And, we're very fortunate to have had that. These experiences with, these guys and this team, you won't forget it. Just to, be able to continue playing continue to play the sport you love. With the guys that you want to be around every single day, and you have been. So it's special to be able to be out here and to share these moments with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, just like what Vance said, we came into school together, so we've been playing with each other for 3 years, and that's what it's all about. Like, these are my best friends, and if I wanted a season to end anywhere, I'd want it to be in Omaha, and doing it with your best friends is even more special. So, like I said earlier, we didn't get what we wanted, but I'm happy I can be here with the guys. I kind of grew up playing with. So.
Any other questions? One last question for the players right here.
Casey, you were mentioning it there. I mean, you've been playing beside Vance for several years now. What's it like, seeing him play on a day-to-day basis, and just some of these special things that he's done across the course of his career?
I mean, yeah, you guys see he's a great leader. He plays hard. He plays to win. You never hear him talk about himself because he's not concerned about that. He's concerned about winning, and it's contagious. And playing outfield next to him makes my job easy. I didn't have to cover much ground, so that was nice. But more so for the team, it's contagious. It spreads. He's a winner. He wants to win, and he's a big reason why we're here. So it was a pleasure for me. It was a pleasure for the whole team.
Casey, Vance, thank you very much. Congrats on the great year, and thank you for what you guys do for college baseball. We'll open for questions for Coach. First question right here.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway from Gannett. Coach, how tough was that top of the ninth inning to swallow? I mean, you have a 2-run game, and it seemed like the wind shifted, and they got a couple of balls up in the jet stream there.
Yeah, I mean, the first one I just thought he got up in that jet stream. And then the next one, the guy hit a mistake, and that's what good hitters do. I thought he hit that one. I thought that would have been out anywhere. Obviously, we felt like we were in striking distance, but this team still, they came in, talking about getting the tie and run to the plate. That word belief is extremely important, and having faith. And there was no doubt in my mind we get the tie and run, something crazy was going to happen. Unfortunately, it just didn't.
Okay, we're going to go 1 here and 2. Just right up here.
Obviously, Dalton had an amazing run, 14 and a third shutout innings. What was it today? Just baseball? He just didn't have his best stuff?
Yeah, I feel like he couldn't get that cutter where he wanted to throw it. But, man, golly, talking about a kid that we wouldn't be here without him. And, he's just human. And you have to give Florida State some credit, too. I really thought, it's no offense to any of the teams we played all year, I thought top to bottom, that was the most balanced offense, left, right, left, speed, power. And they made Dalton pay for some mistakes, but he sure was getting after it. And, they just got some hits.
Emma Moon, Daily Tar Heel. Coach, with this just being one of your most successful seasons as head coach, ACC regular season championship, making it to the College World Series, what has this year meant to you, and what has it meant to do it with this team?
I mean, to be bluntly honest with you, I changed the lens through how I coached a couple years ago, and I give all that credit to having faith in Jesus Christ, and it's all about relationships for me. So it's not about me. It's not about, me getting the team to Omaha. It's about the team getting to Omaha and the program and the former players. So that's what I'm most disappointed in, is I don't get to put the uniform on again tomorrow with my team. I don't get to see all the former players that are out here. And then the longer you do it, you just realize those relationships, and that brings you just pure joy. I mean, it's hard when you lose like that. But we talk about it all the time. Even if you win a national championship, where's your joy coming from? And I think these guys know where that comes from, and it comes from creating those memories that, and having those relationships that you're never going to lose. So it means a lot for our program more. The program's way bigger than me. The university's bigger than me, and the players are way much. They're the ones that make the program. So for me, I'm just so happy that they got to experience Omaha, and we got a lot of young guys that I'm hoping can help all these other guys that, come back to UNC and come in, that they can also experience Omaha.
Last three questions. 1, 2, 3.
Coach Forbes, Eric Sorensen from D1 Baseball. You've been here before, obviously, as an assistant a couple times, and just the road you guys took this year was there's so much drama and it was so bizarre. What was different about this team? You probably touched on it a little bit, but what was different about this team that made them overcome, like the LIU game, the LSU game, and the Super Regional and all that?
If I had to put my finger on one thing, it would just be selfless. Just guys really pull for one another. And that can be hard sometimes because everybody wants to play at this level and everybody's talented. And you look at that lineup card and your name's not in it, how are you going to react? But it's a powerful, we talk about how corny the word love is, but I tell the guys all the time, like, that needs to be the backbone of everything we do here. If you really care about each other and you really love one another, you're going to be competitive and you want to be in the lineup. But I think these guys wanted it so bad for each other. And that is such a powerful thing. In all of our teams, that was something that a lot of our teams have had that have made it out here, that camaraderie. It's never perfect. But that would be what I would say, just a selfless group that they had one mission. They believed in us as coaches when we talked to them about, like, hey, the most important thing is everybody's on the same mission and everybody's pulling in the same direction. If you do that, you have a chance to have a special season, and they decided to do that, and we had a special season.
Mike.
Mike LaPresti, NCAA.com. Every coach probably has had to do the thing you did after that game where you walk down the dugout afterwards and you're shaking hands with everybody, including some people who just played their last game for you. How hard for you personally are those moments?
They're difficult for sure. But if you really step back and think about it, they're difficult because you care so much about them and they care so much about each other. So, but it's hard because you just, personally, I just care about the guys and I hate to see them hurting. I've been in their shoes. It was only a Division III World Series, but to me that was a big deal, and we lost out there, and I've seen, the locker room with the other guys to see their hurt. But there's also so much joy, again, that word that goes into just being with the guys, and we talked about, hey, like they said it, if you're going to have to shed some tears, you would rather share them in Omaha than share them somewhere else. So we're thankful that we got out here.
Your last question right here.
Scott, how would you describe what you've seen from Vance Honeycutt the last couple of years, and also the way he showed up out here in Omaha?
From just his ability, I always use the word electric. That's just what he is. He's electric. And, he is the definition of a leader. He has integrity. He works. He puts winning first. And he's also just a kid. And he plays like that. And he plays free and easy. And, man, I'm going to just miss watching. I'm going to miss not just watching him play. I'm going to just miss seeing him every single day. But, man, he is something else, isn't he? He was one of the best I've ever coached.
Coach, once again, thank you. You've had a great year, and thank you for your time.
Thank y'all. Thanks to everybody. Thank you, sir.